What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Mashup, specifically your midweek mashup, where I run on all the latest news stories in tech, gaming, entertainment that you might have missed from the week. First up for the day, Birds of Prey changes its title. Opening with just $33 million domestic, well below the projected $50 million mark, Birds of Prey has officially become a flop. Sad to say. I mean, it's right up there with the ranks of Green Lantern, and oof, that's not a place where I like to be. But Warner Bros. Thinks they can turn things around by changing its title. Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of Harley Quinn is now officially Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. In AMC, Cinemark, and Regal theaters across the country, Showtime titles for the Birds of Prey movie have been showing Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily because of the box office numbers that Warner Bros. Has been doing this. It hasn't been confirmed, but they hope mainly if you put Harley Quinn in the beginning, that'll get people to go see the movie. Next up, Bioware thinks that their Anthem game deserves a reboot. If you're not familiar with the Anthem game, it's basically a sci-fi loot shooter closely related to Destiny. That's the best way I can compare it. Now, this game has had problems right from its release, and I don't really know who actually still plays Anthem. I'm sure it has some type of fan base, but I covered problems back last year. I mean, it's had problems with updates. There was an update that even bricked the game and potentially bricked people's consoles. It had servers go down. It just has not had anything that has enticed players to continue playing the game. Just the gaming mechanics have been off, and it's not a good game. So BioWare hopes to turn things around by rebooting the game. In a November Kotaku report, Casey Hudson, the studio head of BioWare, said, "Over the coming months, we will be focusing on a longer-term redesign of the experience, specifically working to reinvent the core gameplay loop with clear goals, motivating challenges, and progression with meaningful rewards, while preserving the fun of flying and fighting in a vast science fantasy setting. And to do that properly, we'll be doing something we'd like to have done more for the first time around, giving a focused team the time to test and iterate, focusing on gameplay first." Yeah, that's something that y'all should have done from the very, very beginning. I don't know how many times studios out there will try to hurry up and get a game out there before it's half-baked, and it just was not well received. I don't really know if this is going to help BioWare and Anthem. I mean, I get what they're trying to do. At the time this came out, it's like Destiny was out, you had Fortnite, you have Apex Legends, all these games like at the height of their gameplay, and so BioWare wanted their chunk of the gameplay, and they released Anthem, and I just don't think it wasn't good timing. They should have taken their time, made a good solid game, and yeah, we wouldn't be having to do a reinvent or a reboot of a game. Before we get to the last topic of the day, it's time to cover this week's Best of the Rest. If you haven't seen the articles or videos by now, the latest and greatest challenge is the Broomstick Challenge. That's right. What better way to enjoy yourself and spend time watching videos of people trying to have their brooms basically plank upright? You heard me right. So go out there, guys. Make those Broomstick Challenge videos. A U.S. district judge has approved the T-Mobile Sprint merger, leaving them one step closer to finally being one company. All that's left is for the California Public Utilities Commission to approve the merger, and it's a done deal. Galaxy Unpacked 2020 took place yesterday and revealed the Galaxy Z Flip and the new S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra. Aside from updated processors and specs, users can look forward to 5G and 100 times zoom cameras. Universal's The Hunt gets a new release date. Originally supposed to release in September of 2019, the controversial movie that depicts the elite hunting the not-so-elite gets a new release date of March 2020. And lastly for the day, let's talk about Mobile World Congress 2020. For those that are not familiar, Mobile World Congress is basically a consumer electronics show that happens in Europe that showcases mobile phones and mobile technology. With the coronavirus growing widespread and has caused some of the vendors to start pulling out of Mobile World Congress, companies such as Intel, Vivo, NTT Docomo, Sony, Amazon, LG, ZTE, Nvidia, and Ericsson are just a handful of companies that have already canceled their events at Mobile World Congress. The GSM Association will decide on Friday whether or not to cancel Mobile World Congress 2020 altogether. And that was your midweek mashup. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the Birds of Prey getting a new title, Anthem getting a reinvent reboot, and Mobile World Congress possibly being canceled. Like this video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the latest news and topics in the world of gaming, entertainment, and tech, and I'll see you next time on the Mashup.